Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Shreya and on this channel I share everything about life in the UK and much more interesting stuff. So if this is something you're interested in, kindly subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell icon to stay updated for my future video. Today's video is your complete guide for PLAB and UKMLA in 2025. What has changed, what hasn't, what to expect, and how to prepare, and everything in between. So, whether you're just starting out or you've already started your journey towards PLAB, this video will save you hours of confusion. So, let's get into today's video. So let's start at the beginning. PLAB stands for Professional and Linguistic Assessments Board, and it has been the pathway for international medical graduates to become licensed to practice medicine in the UK. It consists of two parts. Part 1, which is a theory based MCQ style exam, and Part 2, which is a clinical OSCE exam. So, passing both the exams, PLAB 1 and PLAB 2, makes you eligible to register with the GMC and to start practicing as a doctor here. And this is going to be your golden ticket to start working in the NHS. So here's where things get interesting. You might have heard that the PLAB is being scraped or the UKMLA is replacing PLAB. So that is not completely true. Here is current 2025 update. So the UK government has introduced a unified licensing system called UKMLA, the UK medical licensing assessment. So now the UK medical students take the UKMLA exam during their medical school, while the international medical graduates still have to take PLAB 1 and PLAB 2, which are currently under UKMLA framework. In short, PLAB is just the UKMLA for international doctors. So there's no need to panic. The format, the content of PLAB 1, PLAB 2 haven't changed dramatically. You're still preparing the same way for the same exams. It's just now under a more standardized system for everyone. So, PLAB 1 is the first step in your journey. As I mentioned, it is theory exam, MCQ style based. You are going to get 180 MCQs in 3 hours of time, and all the questions are clinical scenario based, single best answer format. And this exam is conducted 4 times a year across many countries, including India, Pakistan, UAE, Nigeria, and many more. What you need to book an exam? So there are a couple of prerequisites which you need to make sure that you've got them before you are able to or eligible to book PLAB 1 exam. So the first is going to be you need to have your primary medical education. The second is you need to show proof of your English proficiency. So you could do it in either two ways. Either you could go for IELTS, which you might have heard, or there's another exam, OET, and you need to have a specific score or band, as I would say, in either of the exam to be eligible to book the exam, to book PLAB 1. And the exam, the PLAB 1 cost around approximately £255. So what you need to do to prepare for the exam? So there are a couple of resources which are quite famous and very helpful. So the first would be Plabable, which I used, and hands down it is one of the best resources to prepare for PLAB 1 exam. The other could be Plabverse and Past Medicine and Samson Notes. So there are a couple of notes which you could, get PDF online. You don't really need to buy subscription for those. And there's another thing known as Plab keys. So again, those are notes you could go through before you start practicing the MCQs. So what would be my tip? for the exam, for the preparation. It would be this exam is not essentially difficult or tough, but it is very competitive. In the last couple of years, the competition ratios have increased dramatically, and you want yourself to be well prepared. For that, you need to actually practice as many mocks as you can. It's all about time management in this exam, because 3 hours might sound like enough time for 180 MCQs, but when you actually look at the scenarios or the stem of every question is quite long. So it takes you some time to actually understand and see what they're actually asking for. And by the time you're doing the MCQs, the time just flies. So make sure you practice maximum number of mocks before actually going for the exam, and always time your mocks. So once you pass PLAB 1, you can take PLAB 2. So PLAB 2, as I mentioned, is a clinical OSCE exam, and it is only held in Manchester, UK. So it contains of 18 stations, and each station is about 8 to 10 minutes long. So in every station, there's gonna be a doctor who'll be judging what you're doing in that station, and there's gonna be actors there pretending to be patients, and their acting skills, oh my god, they are absolutely amazing. So what these stations include is there could be either a simman station, history taking, physical examination if necessary, and there could be breaking bad news, ethics, and communication, of course. So PLAB 2 approximately cost around £900. So, international medical students will need a UK visitor visa once you book the exam. Make sure that you as soon as possible apply for a UK visitor visa. The next thing would be accommodation close to your exam center. So the next thing would be some applicants join an academy or a course to prepare for the PLAB 2 exam. And I personally joined Aspire PLAB 2 Academy, and which really helped me prepare for the exam. I met new people, made some new friends who I could actually regularly prepare and practice with. So when I was there, I remember we used to practice like all the stations, and we were like taking turns practicing for like 8 to 10 hours each day while I was there in the UK. But that's absolutely optional. If you feel that your communication skills are good, and you don't really need an academy, so that's absolutely up to you. But if you feel that you lack a bit of confidence and practicing with other colleagues could help you, then there's always an option to join an academy just to brush up on your communication skills while you'll be a lot closer to the exam. So for PLAB 2 exam, just remember that the examiners have tested your medical knowledge in PLAB 1 exam, and they do know by now that you've got the medical knowledge to practice in the UK. And what they are actually looking for in the PLAB 2 exam is your communication skills. So communication and empathy skills are equally important as your clinical answers or your clinical skills. So make sure that you work on your communication skills before giving the PLAB 2 exam. So let's break down the full process from start to finish. Step 1, pass your IELTS or OET. Step 2, create your GMC account. Step 3, book and pass PLAB 1. Step 4, apply for PLAB 2 exam and apply for a UK visa at the same time. Step 5, pass your PLAB 2 exam. Step 6, get yourself registered with GMC. Step 7, start applying for jobs in the NHS. So, whether it's UKMLA or PLAB, the goal is the same. It is to ensure that all doctors in the UK, whether local or international doctors, meet the same standard of clinical safety and decision making. So the exams focuses on medical ethics and professionalism, safe prescribing, communicating with patients, diagnosing and managing common conditions. So you don't really need to worry. You're not starting from scratch. You're just aligning to the new UKMLA system, which is essentially the same which you've always been doing if you've been preparing for the PLAB exam. So let me share a few tips for you that could really help with your preparation for the PLAB 1 and PLAB 2 exam. So for PLAB 1, practice daily with the MCQs. Focus on clinical guidelines, NICE CKS guidelines, the UK specific guidelines. Make sure that you don't confuse yourself with your country's guidelines and the UK guidelines because they both could vary. Don't ignore ethics and communication at any cost. So for PLAB 2, record yourself practicing scenarios, or you could join online mock groups or practice with your friends. Or you could use past feedback videos to make sure that you learn empathy based responses. So start early, especially if you need a visa for PLAB 2 exam, because and you have to book the PLAB 2 exam as soon as possible as well because the slots fill up like really quickly. So for PLAB journey, always remember that there's a reason why this is called a journey. It takes its time. It doesn't happen suddenly. You all you have to do is stay consistent and focused, and I'm sure there's gonna be light at the end of this tunnel, and you surely will succeed. So keep working hard, and I'm sure you'll get through this. So once you're done with your PLAB 1 and PLAB 2 exam, you can get registered with GMC, and after that you're officially eligible to work in the UK. So this is gonna be it for today's video. If this video helped you in any way to understand PLAB or the UKMLA any better, kindly hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you've got any questions for me or you want a detailed video on PLAB 1 or PLAB 2 either, or you've got any specific questions, drop them down in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys. Or if you want to know about my specific journey about PLAB 1 and PLAB 2, drop them down in the comment section as well. And again, I'll be more than happy to make a video on that. So always remember that everything is possible in life. You just have to be consistent and focused. And I am sure you've got this. So all the best, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.